What is up, Fit Fam? Sam coming at you with a brand new workout. All you're gonna need for this one, you are gonna need 2 different sets of dumbbells, something that you can move and press overhead, something that's a little bit heavier. That'll be a challenge to work that back. Go ahead, feel free to pause me while you find those items. We got 25 seconds on the clock, 10 seconds in between, going through these 6 movements 3 times. Let's go ahead and get started though with that trunk twist, reaching across that body, getting that body nice and warmed up. Get that trunk twist, get that twist, that pivot, that reach, keeping that chest nice and high. Keeping it here 5 more seconds. Then we got your pogo hops in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on the buzz, those feet, get those hops in there. Not taking the hop, you can always go for the calf raise. Don't forget, you don't need to get that big hop in there. Let's go ahead, keep that calf raise going. Then we're gonna twist the hips a little bit. Keeping it going in 3, 2, 1. Rotating those hips, keeping the shoulders square as you do this. Keeping it going right here. You can dance into this. You can hop into this. Whatever works best, just keep that body moving for 3, 2, 1. Taking it side to side, keeping it right here. We're going to go ahead, get that side to side step. If you want to up the intensity of this, you can go ahead, get that lateral hop. Now we're going to change it up even further. Take it front to back in 3, 2, 1. Now you can hop into this. You can get a 2-step into this. Just keep that body moving. Keep those legs going. We're going to keep this going 5 more minutes. And then we're going to those butt kickers. Getting those quads nice and toasty in 3, 2, 1. Heels to that booty. Get that heel up. You can step into this. Again, you can run into this. Keeping that body moving. Bouncing off of those toes. Keep it going 5 more seconds. Knees up front. In 3, 2, 1. Knees up, knees up, knees up. Hips in. Chest high. Shoulders back. Abs tight. Now digging that run, you can march into each one, keeping that sternum nice and tall, pumping those arms. We're gonna get that balance challenge and that check. In 3, 2, 1. Drive the heel back, tuck the knee and hip, keeping it right here. And driving the heel back, this will activate that hip flexor as well as that glute and rear musculature. So it keeps those hips square and helps you focus on that balance. If you're not quite there, tap the toe, tuck the knee and hip, tap the toe, tuck the knee and hip. Keeping it right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing that knee around town. Step it out. Drop it low into that side lunge. Keeping that chest nice and high. Sit those hips back. We're going to keep it right here for 5 more seconds. Then we've got your up squats coming at you in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet together. We're going to come on down here. 10 up squats coming your way. Count at the very top. Coming on back down. Let me hear you loud and proud. Top of that reach. Ready? Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arm circles going forward. Feet moving. Arm circles growing. With every rotation, let those arms grow a little bit bigger. Those circles get a little bit wider. Then we're going to go ahead, reverse them in 3, 2, 1. Palms up. Start short and choppy, and then let them get a little bit bigger. And with every rotation, go a little bit bigger from there. Once they're as big as you can make them, bring them up, drop them down. Biceps to ears, hands past those hips for 3, 2, and 1. Love yourself, hug yourself, hug yourself, love yourself. Bring those arms across that body. Big chest on this one. We're going to keep it right here for 3 more seconds. Then we got that T-pose in 3, 2, 1. Stop the feet, kick the arms out to the side, and bring them down. We got 10 jumping jacks coming your way, coming on up. Count the very top, coming on back down. Not taking that hop, feel free to go ahead, get that lateral step. Aiming for 10, whether you're hopping or stepping. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel free to jog in place while I go ahead, turn that music down a little bit further. And we're going to jump right into it. So for this one, like I said before, all you're going to need is a light set of dumbbells and then a heavy set of dumbbells, just something you can move that's going to be a little bit heavier. In fact, actually, now that I look at it, you're only going to need 1 set of light or moderate sized dumbbells, something you can press overhead while that's not the movement. It's a great rule of thumb. Exercise number 1, we've got your dumbbell for your Delt Flies. Now, you're going to be using primarily your upper back and shoulders to bring that weight out to the side in a hinged over position. Chest nice and tall, shoulders back, hinging at the waist, letting the dumbbells rest right under those shoulders. You're then going to bring the arms out and right back in again. Front view for you like you're hugging a beach ball. Boom, pow. Side view for you. Remember, you want your arms to come out so they're in line with the shoulders, not in line with the hips. So once again, up and release, up and release. Not digging all that. Feel free to go ahead, keep that hinge position if it doesn't bother you. Go for a row, in which case aim for the hip line, right back. Or if you're not digging that, find something a little bit lighter. Keep that chest nice and tall. Go for a lateral raise into a front raise. Very similar action, still working those shoulders. Not nearly as intense on them though, on that low back. Keeping it going for exercise number 1. Now, as I said before, you've only got 25 seconds on the clock, so go ahead, grab those dumbbells, and we're gonna get started in just a moment. Kicking this off in 3, 2, 1, go. Chest nice and tall, shoulders rolled back, fly it out, bring it in, fly it out, bring it in. Now remember, if this is not for you, you can always go ahead, keep it upright with a lateral raise into a front raise if the low back is what's bugging you. If the shoulders are bothering you throughout that fly, go for a classic row. For 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells out the way. We've got your quick switch lunge. So you're gonna go ahead, 1, 2, 3, and drop. 1, 2, 3, and drop. Not digging the hop, no worries. Step it back, and on the third step back, take a big step back. Drop the knee and hip. 1, 2, and on 3, drop it down. You wanna keep the number odd so you don't end up hitting the same leg the entire time. You've only got 25 seconds of work, so let's not worry about splitting that time. Keep this going for 7 more seconds, and then we have got your bicycles in 2, 1. Taking it down to the ground, flex the feet, heels away, toes to nose, get that rotation with that bicycle crunch. And 2, 1, keeping it going. Now the rotation is meant to hit those obliques a little bit, but we're gonna hit those again later. So if you find that's too much for you, elevate those hips with those hands, keep those shoulder blades off the ground, drive the knees towards that chest, and those heels away. We're gonna keep it right here for 10 more seconds. Then we're coming on up for your lateral high knees in 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming on up, keeping your chest nice and tall. You can march into this. You can run into this. Whatever works best in 2, 1. Keeping that chest high as you take it side to side. Now, if you find the run is too much, remember the focus here is getting your knees as high as your hips. Pump your arms into it. Work those hip flexors. Keep it going right here. 10 more seconds. And then we've got your squat with a rotational hook in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, with your squat with a hook, it's all about that rotation and that hip drop. So keep that chest tall, boom, bring it back, drop it low. In 2, 1. Now you're aiming across that center line of yours. Do not, I repeat, do not get a full rotation. You're not reaching way up here. You want to go ahead, get to the shoulder, bring it back, chest up, short, choppy hit, boom. Aim as high as the chin, hands up, keeping those shoulders back, chest nice and high. We're taking it to the ground again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got your hip bridge over the shoulder reach, taking it down to the ground, heels on the floor. Hips up, tap over the shoulder, tap over the shoulder in 2, 1. Now, if any of you are not digging this, or maybe you're rubbing your shoulders a little too much, feel free to go ahead, just stick to the hip bridge, drop and drive, or if you're not on the ground at all, no worries, keep it standing with that high, nice and tall, crossbody toe tap, return, crossbody toe tap, return. Keeping it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next up, we're back to that rear delt fly. Go ahead, grab that dumbbell, one in each hand, chest nice and tall, out to the side and back up again. Keeping those hips way back. You want to feel that stretch in those hamstrings the entire time. Keeping it going. 14 seconds. Not digging this, you can go for a row or grab something a little bit lighter and go for a lateral to front raise for 3, 2, and 1. Now we're back to that quick switch lunge. Don't forget, you can hop into it. 1, 2, 3, and drop. 1, 2, 3, and drop. Or 2, and on the third one, drop the knee and hip. The goal of the lunge is to not use your low back to stabilize. You're sinking into it, right? So when you step back into it, your chest stays tall. The knee and the hip go down, but you are not bending to make that happen. With that in mind, chest nice and high. 1, 2, 3, drop it low. 1, 2, 3, drop it low. And 2, 1, done. Now we're down on the ground. We've got your bicycle crunch. Heels away, toes to nose, eyes to thighs. Get that rotation. Not digging that, no worries. Elevate those hips with those hands. Drive, drive, drive. Now if you're not on the ground, no worries. You can get the very same action while standing. Fingertips behind the ears. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Not digging this again. March, driving the knee, keeping the chest nice and tall. Now you're gonna keep it stationary for this one with a slight rotation. In 3, 2, 1, we're taking it side to side. So you're gonna drive those knees up, pump those arms, drive those knees, keep those hips in for 3, 2, 1. If you really want to up that intensity, focus on that balance, get to the edge of your space, stabilize, get to the edge of that space, stabilize. Hitting the other side, 15 seconds. Next up, you've got your squat with a rotational hook. So let's keep this going for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up, squat with that rotational hook. Chest nice and high, hips nice and low. Boom, return, pow, return. Keeping it right here in 2, 1. Now, this is about that hip rotation. This is about that power you get from that hip rotation as well as closing up that chest. So keeping that in mind, chest big, high for the squat. Rotate and close it up. Drop, drive, rotate, close it up. Keep that chest nice and tall right across that center line for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're taking it to the ground for that crossbody reach. Now if you're not on the floor, don't forget, keeping it standing, crossbody toe tap, crossbody toe tap. For those of you on the ground, hip bridge, over the shoulder tap. Now, the goal here is to drive the hips up, reach that arm over the shoulder, across that chest, tap the ground, hit the other side. Boom. Return, pow. Return. Boom. Return, pow. Return. This is going to force you to use a lot of that back musculature in that core. So we're talking those lats, a little bit of those glutes for 2, 1. All right, guys, we're up. One more time. Last set, best set. Bent over flies in 3, 2, 1. Go. Get that fly in there. Big chest. Shoulders back. Abs tight. Eyes out front. Remember, not getting that bent over deal, no problem. Go ahead. Go for that lateral raise into that front raise. Or keep it standing. Keep it with that hinge over position into that row. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Dumbbells out the way. Next up, quick switch lunge. 1, 2, drop. 1, 2, drop. Not digging the hop. Feel free to step. 2, 3, drop that knee. 1, 2, 3, drop that knee. Now, the real reason for the quick switch, especially going 25 seconds, we're just burning calories here, hence the quick speed. So feel free to just run into it. Keep the rear leg straight, keep the knees safe if you need to. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up, bicycle crunch. Remember, if you're standing, crossbody crunch, or we're down on the ground. In 2, 1, keeping it here. Get that rotation, open up that chest, repeat from there. Keep it right here, 15 seconds. Not digging this. Elevate those hips with those hands. Let those heels touch the ground. Keep those shoulder blades off the floor to keep those abs activated for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming on up, lateral high knees. Chest nice and tall. Very similar to the upright bicycle, but now you're marching side to side in 2, 1. Keeping it right here. Step into it. Run into it. Keep those hips tucked in. A lot of times we'll do something like this and we're leaning back. We don't want to lean back. We're going to keep those hips in, chest high, take it side to side. 8 seconds of this, and then we've got that hip bridge crossbody reach in 3, 2, 1. Taking it down to the ground. Hips up, chest high, keep it right here. Boom, pow, boom, pow. Keep it going, all the same. You want that long reach across that body, and then bring it back. You can even reset those hips. So put them down, drive them up, tap, reset, put them down, drive them up. Not on the ground. Remember, crossbody reach for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Last but not least, because I forgot it, squat with that crossbody hook. Hands up, drop, drive, hook, return, drop, drive, hook, return. Keep your chest up, eyes out front. You want a neutral spine. Don't crane your head up, see what's going on. You want to make sure those eyes are down. Boom, return, boom, return, boom, return. Keep that head down. Chest nice and high. 10 seconds. Play with that range of motion. Maybe you're not way down here. That's fine. Get a quarter squat for 3, 2, 1. Awesome work, guys. Way to get that done. Your workout's finished. Feel free to go ahead, use another one. Get 30 minutes in there. Or stick to this one. Call it a day. Get that walk in there for that cool down. With that said, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this workout. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you like this one, don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you found out about this. And hope to see you soon for the next one. In case I don't, have a great rest of your week.